Welcome back to the floor of the CME Group here in Chicago, Thursday, July 7th. I'm Killer from Treasury Curve. You got cash, I can help. Get me at the Killer on my Twitter account. I'll see if I can help you in that cash component of your portfolio. Let's drill into the zone, baby, the CMZ. Here we go. We looked at the ADP, this number. It was a good number, strong number, 157,000. Surprised the upside. We saw them come and grab these S&Ps. We saw an initial bounce in the U.S. dollar index. That is subsided, but nonetheless, we're still enjoying the S&P rally today. You know, above that killer pivot of 1338, we were talking about going to 1353. Stopped just short at 1349.75. We'll see how the day pans out. We also had jobless claims. Jobless claims 418,000. Not really under the 400K number a lot of economists would like to see, but nonetheless, it's a little bit better than that 426 we saw last week. You know, I think tomorrow's unemployment number, all eyes are on it. We've seen this week the sustained rally from last week, a sensational move up, essentially 1257 in the S&P. We're almost 100 points higher, folks. That's a remarkable move in such a short span. I think it continues to add on to the volatility. You know, the volume has not really been there on the upside, so some people are a little skeptical around here. That's the buzz on the trading floors. If we get a weak number tomorrow, does it come off? But I think the paramount issue after the unemployment number comes out tomorrow, the paramount issue will be the debt ceiling. You know, you see that ticker on the national debt growing and growing, and now Obama's gotten really involved with other congressional leaders to try and come up with a resolution here prior to August 2nd. We can't miss any debt payments August 2nd. That would really send this recovery into a tailspin. So I think we're going to see more politicking from the Democrats, more politicking from the Republicans to try and come together here. And hopefully we get some type of restructure. We don't want a Band-Aid here. The market is not looking for just a Band-Aid. We want some exact plan in place for more of a long-term deficit trimming. Next 10 years, they're talking about trimming a couple $1 trillion. That would be impactful to the market. That brings a sense of security and clarity to us traders. So we'll see how that pans out, but I think it's going to be a continued drama for the rest of July. You know, the S&P reiterated that 1353. I think that's important, but right now we're seeing this continued rotate out of the treasuries. Currently, they're selling off this treasury complex across the board. We're seeing the 10-year at about 3.16% and that 30-year at 4.40. We haven't seen these numbers since last week, but we really have seen a dramatic kind of selling since the S&P continues to be buying up. Crude oil, you know, I tweeted out on Tuesday that we had a killer target above the killer pivot at 94.63, and I targeted 98.66. Not going to hurt myself, patting myself on the back, but I will give one pat. We hit the target this morning. We had a night of 99.42, so it was nice to see that trade come to fruition. Hopefully you hopped on board. The euro currency, you know, we saw this euro currency is amazing. People are just puzzled looking at this. With one eyebrow up, continue to look at this. We saw a bounce off 141.91 this morning. It's all in relation to the U.S. dollar index. Europe is a mess. Let's just be honest. It continues to be a mess. There's no true plan in place for all these pigs. The smell of bacon continues to be in the air. So we'll see how that pans out. From the floor of the CME Group, good luck tomorrow. And tomorrow morning, I'll be on Fox Business News at 8:30 on the bell. It's 8:30 Chi-Town time. Tune in. I'll be discussing this job number here with my buddy Stuart Varney. Have a great day, and one other thing, be the hammer, not the nail.
I'll tell you something. Bacon is good for me. Bacon is good for me. Good for me. Good for me. Bacon is good for me. Good